Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, how are we? So I think today we want to add a few more like planets to the Dimensional Resources mod. We currently have a few things that we can get. Obviously, we still need stuff like redstone. Does it need to see the sky? No. It will still work as long as the block can, as long as the planet isn't below the world border or the world horizon. It should work. Because I could have added like checks. So if you did something like that, then we could check and then stop it from working if it can't see it. But work like this. Oh, did it? It depends on the height is of the world. Wait, is the mic cutting out when I speak? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that should be better now. So it depends on the height of the multi-block. Obviously, this is level 6 because it's 6 blocks high. You see, when this one goes below, the beam will stop, and then it will stop running. We could just add a simple check to make sure it can see the sky. But I don't think it matters too much if it can see the sky. A bit different anyway. So it doesn't really matter to me. Plus it gives you used to the spyglass. And as I said before, they are actually like vanilla sun and moon. They look better at night though. But it means if there was a planet that was only seen at night or whatever, and you're playing on servers, it's annoying to have it always be night. Yeah, so that's why they work independently. I say we could have had it properly sync with the Dimensions day and night cycle. But again, for some of the planets you probably see already. So there's only 2 in the sky at the minute because the other one behind. But this one, I think actually both of these, the asteroid and the crystal one, both always are in the sky. Because their orbit is like a circle around the top. One's can orbit like beneath. So as you can see, it's down there now. And then the other one's just over there. That is, I want to say that's Theopolis. Yeah, submerged. Planet submerged. Which moves pretty fast. So why do I add redstone? Probably need to add quartz. I know quartz is there. I think prismarine we can add to submerged. Crystals. And then shard. Obviously the weights don't have to be exact, but it's just nice to see what it is as a percentage. So this is probably completely wrong. I think it should still work. Yeah, it should still calculate fine. Emerald shouldn't be that high. mean, that's 85. Something like that. That's not right. Why is it only doing it for 2? Columns 2. That'll be why. Pretty sure it could be 4. And then prismarine is there, crystals are there. Still want to add redstone. We probably want to do like never, like a never one for ancient debris, maybe scrap. We could do something like this one, but a darker red, I think. Yeah, it's probably different enough. And then we want Netherrack. We can still do gravel. Raw gold. Quartz. Is it called scrap or is it called ancient scrap? Netherite scrap. That should be it. All we need, I think. So that's 50, 60, 70. 80, 90. 100. Hey, welcome, welcome. So we'll make this a bigger beam, I think. And a bigger planet. We'll have it closer. Do we want this always shown? Probably not. We can make it quite a slow moving one. Now we do have to restart because I believe because of where we saved the textures, it doesn't reload on a reload. That's big. That might be a bit too big. Let's just set it further away. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. I do wonder if the planets just on a whole move a little bit too fast. We could slow them down a little bit. Will they disappear as shaders? That is a good question. Let's have a look. I want to say no. Because the actual rendering happens inside a NeoForge event. But we can quickly have a look. As I think slowing down the planets as well will help. So they do move a bit fast. I think the next thing we'll probably try and add is like a so when you look at a planet, if you've already discovered it, maybe it will tell you what planet it is. Let's just try this one. Please don't crash. There we go. That actually looks really good. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. We can check the beams as well, I guess. There's creative energy in this. I think the planet went out of range. Yeah, I don't need to do that either. These work. Hey, hey, hey. Well, bad news. It looks like the rendering of the beams doesn't work. Yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, we were just testing if the sky objects show in space, in shaders, which they do, but the lasers do not. Yeah, it's probably something. But the thing is, it isn't actually a beacon renderer. It is actually a custom one. It just uses the same texture. So, like, technically, this is a custom render. Not too right. As long as this is the main thing. As long as these show the beams, we can work out. have anything in the logs about it? Is there anything to do with beacons here? Beam? Oh, the very issue could be the fact that it is a custom thing. Unknown item cast in black glass. Can't see anything about rendering in the logs. Well, that's what I'm trying to work out, if there's something in the settings. There's a lot of settings. You said in this one. Actually. Maybe it's not even working at all. Oh, it might be because of the too lower level. If you open the shader choosing menu, there should be a button to open that shader set. But I'm working it now. In here, maybe? Other? What does snow mode do? Oh, I see. Lighting? I wouldn't think it would be in here. Not that you can't search this menu. I can't see it being any of that. Could try a different beam renderer. Try the translucent one. But the translucent one is annoying because I have to change other stuff as well. There's a good chance this won't show anything. See, that isn't showing anything. And that is because we need to change this was the other one that we actually had. Where's my other note? Here. We might be able to do that. There's also more options in that screen under for patches. I don't think it's a setting. I think the problem is it's a renderer that it's not, it doesn't know of, so it just doesn't render it. What else do I need to change? It's not one, is it? Okay, there you go. So I actually think this one does look better. I think that does look better as a renderer. Now the question is, if we build this and we throw it into Caveopolis, will it render? Yeah, I haven't been convinced on either one, which is why I had the code for both still in here. They just have to slightly tweak the way you render the alpha, which again is not an issue. But both of these at the minute still use vanilla textures, but we can change this as well to use a custom one if we want. I think I do prefer the one we have now. Let's see if this works. I'm going to say it won't. Unless it really doesn't like... Oh no, it does. Well. Okay, it looks like we're using the this texture now. So in answer to the question earlier, do they disappear with shaders? The answer is now no. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Yesterday was fun. I was on the highway doing 160 kilometers per hour when the live notification came in and I tried sending a resub message. Don't send resub messages whilst driving. Probably an event. I had my screen split. One half had the stream, the other half had GPS. Luckily, I didn't get lost. So there was a good chance I was more lost than what you were yesterday then. Okay, so we now know it works with shaders. So what we can do... I'm not entirely sure what the machine is supposed to do right now. Is the machine pulling something from the planet or sending something to the planet? Because the beam is moving from the machine to the planet. Would it make sense if the machine pulled something from the planet so the beam went from the planet to the machine? It's a hard one because the way I see it is it takes resources from the planet. That's the idea, but the planet doesn't have a laser on it, right? So the machine would have to send the laser. Yeah, it's a hard one because obviously, ideally, you'd probably want it to send from the planet you're on. But considering these planets are purely hypothetical PNGs, can't really do that. So I think it makes more sense that it comes from the laser. It's not to say that we can't add like the item getting shot back or something maybe in the future. So I think we should know. If I recall. Tick. Where is it? Recipe max progress, lock outputs. Pending outputs. So we do know what is actually going to be made before it actually gets made. So we could have, like, when it gets to 50 ticks before the end or something, shoot the item from the planet down, maybe? And then, so what we want to do is actually display the name of the planet in the spyglass, which should be fine. So in here. Probably do it here. Must be an overlay. Render GUI layer then. Fired when a GUI layer is rendered to the screen. A layer that is not normally active, for example, because the player pressed F1, cannot be forced to render. In such cases, this event will still fire. Well, we can try it. Fired after a GUI layer is rendered to the screen. So that's probably what we want. Actually, this is probably what we want, yeah. So we want to do post. So we're going to need Minecraft. And then we're going to need the player. Yeah, probably do that. Pretty sure this will just... This will render all the time, won't it? So... That's what we want to do. And then... how do we actually want to do this? Yes, we should. So we could move all this into a separate method, right? And then you can use the same method for both. Let's launch it. Okay, so then we should just be able to do it. And hopefully it'll just be a case of tweaking the position. That didn't work. Just restart. Just in case it's not refreshed the right stuff. Still not showing, eh? I mean, it is trying to draw. It's the alpha again, I think. There we go. So it is there. I think we need to reduce the tolerance a little bit as well. It's quite a big tolerance. Okay, that's a bit better. Maybe just a little bit bigger. My dog's having a go at me because I took her ball away. So she's now running around the front room with it. I mean, we could get a doggy cam. Thing is, it's like a football. So she'll throw it around the front room. And then when she gets bored, she decides that she's going to try and eat it. And now she's looking at me. Because she knows I'm talking about her. That is not centered at all. Actually, it is centered, but it's centered to the middle. Out instead of the middle. Make it a routine, 5 minutes. Yeah, but everyone's got loads of points, so I have to be like 300,000 channel points. And now she's sulking because I've told her to stop eating it. How many points do you have? I don't even know if I can see them. As a streamer, you cannot see how many channel points individual users have. That seems absolutely pointless. 409k. To be fair, there's not much to spend the points on. So we need to... Can you draw centered? Centered text. Look at that. Perfect. That's actually basically exactly what we wanted. Just like destroyed football now all around the front room. This is actually pretty much perfect. Okay, so this gives us netherite, gravel, raw gold, quartz, netherite, scrap. How expensive is that one? We're gonna have to make it. We go 2,600 RF. Do that, tweak that a little bit as well. Actually, wait. Why are these so expensive? 500 RF per tick. There's nothing. Oh, you can get Prismarine, I guess. Make it 1,000. Again, 1,000 is probably fine. That's probably fine as well. Then the idea is when we use this in a mod pack, we can just copy these and then add whatever we want. It's actually a really good way of doing progression with this as well. So maybe we are doing another space mod pack soon. Or at least a pack where you can use this. Uh-oh, we're at 80% of our free co-pilot plan. I'm not actually sure how the how it's generating so many completion things when we're not even doing a completion thing. Is there another one that does the auto completes? Because it is quite useful over there. And obviously, I've cancelled the pro plan because we don't actually use the don't use AI to do it. So the only thing we've used it for was like the auto complete stuff, which is just like a time saver. Oh, added redstone. probably fine like that. That's probably all we need to do in this. So we'll push all that. And at some point that will build something. Right, so it was on 80.1% of completions used. Right? Or auto completions, whatever it's called. We haven't done anything since then. It's now up to 81.6. Love to see it. What we can do in Cave Optus is we can get some nice screenshots to add to the CurseForge page. There's someone that's releasing mods for 26.1. There's literally like every update that's been like recent update, like Tricky Trials and stuff, and they've just put a plus next to it. Mod that expands on the Tricky Trials. First update comes with a new structure, the Omnis Trial Chamber. Tools plus rocket squids. I'm not even going to ask what rocket squids is. Wood to paper. There's not enough planet show. How does laser beam look without shaders? It looks like it did what in the other world. Let's save that first one. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's because it's small. So we might have to tweak the size of the beam a little bit. Yeah, because this one it is quite small. I like the way when you use the snipping tool. And when you try and save stuff, it doesn't go to the last place you save things. Which is just amazing. You have to go through all your files and then you have to do that. Beams 2. Assets. Dim resources. Beams 3. It auto saves in your screenshot folder. Not from snipping tool for me, it doesn't. I click save as and it saves. It tries to save on the desktop. Actually looks alright without shaders as well, to be fair. You get some weird stuff because of the clouds that you can see. I don't know if that's... I can't work out if the clouds are rendering in front of it or not. Don't think they are. Are they? Or is it just because there's the gap in it? I actually can't work out if it is. Which is good. I mean, I need to find the CurseWalk page now. Mining dimension? No. Dimensional energy? No. $43 downloads. Files. So it is on. Add media. Assets. Dimensional resources. Free beams. It's like the clouds are rendered as part of the HUD, not the world. Because they seem to move the camera. I used the Windows inbuilt snipping tool and I just like it said to show the message screenshots or say screenshots folder. No, I don't even look at the settings of anything. As for me, it just seems to save to the desktop. I'd like it to go where I last saved it. Screenshots are automatically saved. Oh, here we go. Add a border to screenshot. HDR screenshot color corrector. What on earth is that? Recordings? How can snipping tool do recordings? It could do anything. Snip. Press Control. Oh no, press Windows key Shift R to record. God, if only there wasn't 25 different ways to do that already. To be fair, I do use snipping tool a lot. Why didn't these files get added? CurseWatch, please. Oh, the file sizes are too big. Max size should be 2 megabytes. These are 7.75. That's because I'm using a 4K screen in it. Is there a way of compressing these? Compress images. Simple was good, but when I was on Windows, I later found a different app that was a lot more. ShareX. It does what I need it to do, which is like quick editing. If I need to add like a line or something. Oh, your images are now 88% smaller. Download compressed images. Replace the files. CurseForge. Try again. Uploading screenshots to your project. When will this be released? I'm looking forward to playing it. There is absolutely no time frame on this at all. There isn't even alpha build out yet. This is some of the worst compression I've ever seen. But it does the job. Could you please add Purified Deep State as a new strainer block with drops related to the Deep Dark biome? I think it would fit really well with Skyblock mod packs. This is a comment on strainers. That's actually a really good idea. Let's take a look at strainers then. You have 8,161 screenshots. That is a lot of screenshots. I only have 1,674. I don't realise how many like accidental screenshots you take, do you? Like some of these are just... I have a picture of the server help page on the Discord. I mean, I don't even know what this was for. What was this? What was this for? Surely that's not from, like, routers or something, is it? Oh, it might have been, you know. Oh, it's Swiss. Hey, welcome back. Have tons of crashes. There's a lot of Swiss screenshots, to be fair. Smart craft table was a good shout. Actually, I think it is definitely Swiss. That's like an early version of the terminal, I think. I have a random picture of a Ars Magica source gem. Some multi-block stuff for submerged resource fish. Don't even know what that is. Thank you very much for the follow. I've lost my mouse. Oh yeah, some pictures of Vermopolis as well. What's like the first picture? Oh, it's not in order, hang on. Apparently, so the first picture I've took on this computer since I updated it and redid it was a picture of the smart crafting table showing off the stone cutter thing. Yeah, so my 1,000's only just over a year, I think. Purified deep slate. Deep slate has 2 textures, right? Or does it? Or is it just rotated? Disable that. Add that. It looks something like that. It looks a bit dirty though. Take out a little bit of the brown. There we go, that looks alright. Yeah, I think mine does OneDrive as well. 2,082 was taken this year. That is a lot of screenshots. I will say that. Alright, let's do the whole rigmarole of this stuff. Oh, actually, I've not even added it as a block yet. Show me deep slate. Where is just normal deep slate, please? Deep slate is 3.0. And sounds like, wait, we're changing dirt. Deep slate. I like taking them mostly extract text from. My first screenshot of this year was server pack creator. That is commitment. Don't need to do any data maps. Does it need an item tag? Probably not. Lang. Loot table modifier. Nope. Loot table provider. Yes. Drops itself. Model. Yes. Processing recipe. So it would just be the same as the other purified stuff. We don't actually have a way of getting deep slate. Probably because I took the image so I could ask AI how to set it up. Fair enough. Alright, purified dirt. No, we want purified stone. Make this like tier 7. And then we can do where are we using stone? Just for here. And deep slate. That needs to be that. So we could just do soul sand. Simple eroding soul sand. So this is the same. So it would just be we want that. We should be able to run that fine. It's actually nuts. We've still not used any completions and it's still going up. So let's see if that worked in game. That looks fine, actually, in game. And the recipe should be from Deep Slate. Yep. Deep Slate should now be craftable. Which it is. And I guess the question is, what do we want from Deep Slate? So the comment was on the Deep Dark biome. So we want probably Skulk, I guess. So we have Skulk. We have Skulk Vein. We have Shriekers. We have Catalysts. We have Sensors. Oh yeah, Echo Shards. Can I be completely honest? I have absolutely no idea how you get an Echo Shard in vanilla Minecraft. Like, literally no idea. Or is it just loot? If we can do an Ancient City. Why is it in water? Wait, hang on. Why are... What's this? Deep Slate. I am doing well. How are you? Sensors things in water. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a bunch of these chests. And then see what we get. Wait, why is this the same loot? It's not how it's supposed to work, is it? Oh, it copied the loot table, but not the loot. So it copies the ID of the loot table. At least that's not how it works in Caveoptis. If I place loads of the same chests down with the same loot table, it gives me different loot. What's this place called? Ancient City. Yeah, maybe because of Looter. Which, to be honest, then is absolutely the best way of doing it. So we're definitely having this. I guess the trim. Glowberries make sense as well. What is this? Music discs. And then the ice one is just random stuff. So that's probably all we need to generate, right? And if I recall from playing around with these don't work, right? Can summon, yeah. So we can give these. So they will do nothing. I guess the main thing would be the echo shards. I don't think we want to give this either. This is for strainers, so to get these resources through strainers. This is actually quite tricky. Because I don't think we necessarily want to... Do we want to give a way of making Skulk? Template music disc other side. Is that this stuff? Or is this its own one? Guessing that's its own one. I don't think we want to necessarily give these really. Or do we? I don't know if we want to even give the templates. The fragments kind of make sense. The issue is I can't see how Deep Slate will turn into any of this. So I'm wondering if we do Deep Slate into these three, make a recipe to craft Skulk, possibly. It's nice to actually work on content for a mod. Or you can get Skulk Dust, which you can craft into a block. Yeah, that's probably actually a better way. Okay, let's add that then. Yeah, as I say, it's nice to work on features instead of having to mess around with about 1,000 different reasons why stuff ain't working. Okay, Skulk Dust. We must have a pack that's used Skulk before. I'm pretty sure we did it in Contain. Skulk Collector. Chaos Crystal. Did we actually not do Skulk Dust in that? Unless it was submerged. Shrieking Sphere. Fine. We'll make ours. It's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. then we just make it black and white. Why does making redstone dust black and white not work? That doesn't look skulky enough. It might be fine though. Save, please. And then we go through this again. Item tags, we need to add this to a dust tag. We need the lang. One of them. It is skulk, isn't it? Yeah. No. No loot table. Simple item. Which is automatically done, so that's fine. Okay, now we can add the processing. So simple water straining. Yep, that probably is fine. And then we want to do echo shards. And then we'll do glow berries and disc fragment. Disc fragment 5. Do something like that. And it's 0.1, 0.1. It's that. And then we want to do that as well. We'll put the block in there because it makes it a bit clearer. Is that too dark? It's probably a little bit too dark, right? that might be a bit better. Yeah, it did look a bit too dark. I think that is a bit better. I think that's more in line with the texture. We'll go with that. I think that looks fine. You can craft it. You should be able to obtain it. Okay, perfect. So that's all that is obtained. We won't do the templates. I think we'll have to do something different because I want to add the add these as well. So maybe we could do something where the templates come from something else, possibly. Now, how do you actually get the veins? Cheers, Dogbuck. So Silk Touch. Isn't this one that spawns the stuff? So technically then we just need to get this craftable. So that can go. So it's literally just recipes for these then. So these will probably just be crafting recipes, I guess. Calcite and the Skulk thingy. Like how mossy cobble is extracted. Oh, I see. Calcite's a good idea, to be fair. Not sure if we... Oh, no, we can get it. So we can get calcite, so that's fine. So maybe we just do... So the sensor's just the Skulk stuff, right? So we do a line of Skulk at the bottom, and then we'll do a... Redstone comparator is probably fine. And then Skulk dust. And then we have the catalyst. problem we might have here is it might save it under the Minecraft recipe. For the sensor, amethyst maybe. Thing is, you already have this one. So I don't want to add amethyst to the actual, just the sculk recipe, I don't think. We'll do calcite at the bottom. And I think we just do a line of sculk on top, probably. Do that. Yeah, I know, because I just noticed it, to be fair. I don't know what it does, but... And then this one. Guess we'll just do exactly the same, just maybe just add the sensors on top. Something like that. I barely remember what that does. The only reason I do is because of Hermitcraft. It detects sounds and restores signals. Oh, redstone signals. So what you're saying is in vanilla it's pointless. Oh, sorry, in modded it's pointless. Oh, here we go. Similarly to its counterpart, it detects vibrations, but with twice the range. It could detect multiple vibrations in quick succession. You can make it listen to specific vibrations depending on the input signal. Duplicate recipe, Minecraft sculk sensor. So we definitely do need to change these. Don't know if that will work. Don't know if that was. It should save it under the stranger's namespace. Pulled that straight off the wiki. Sculk recipe. Oh god, so it's not gonna work. So strainers.identifier. Oh. Okay, fine. And then I guess to string. I don't think that'll work either. Identify.id to string. Well, maybe it will. It'd be nice if the data gen, because you have to make your own provider, right? So this is already under the strainer's namespace. It'd be nice if it just generated the recipes under the Strainers namespace, even if you use a vanilla item. Where did that save? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So that's what we're going for that. I think that works fine for that as well. And I think that's probably fine for that as well, actually. Laying in bed phone couldn't feel it. Laying in bed and on my phone because I wasn't feeling greatest. Well, I hope you get better soon. A skulk sensor is silent if waterlogged, but it can still detect vibrations, but not produce sound. So we push this. Dump all that. Well, that's that done. Okay, so that's making its way out now. It's in the morning icky because of the weather in my state, not figuring out what it wants to be. I mean, the weather in the UK this week has been insane. Right now it's quite sunny. Yesterday it was thunderstorms for about an hour, then it was sunny, then it was lightning storms, then it was sunny again. And then at about 8:30 last night it was bright sun like it was the middle of the day. The day before that was everything again, except no storms. Tuesday we had some more storms, more sun, more wind. The only thing we haven't had is snow. And then the week before that we were all melting. Yeah, we get like all the seasons in the space of a couple of hours. I'm not even joking. The lightning storm we had yesterday was insane. Actually, the other thing we do want to do is we want to replace all of this. So all the ores are going to come from gravel again. Silver, yep. Osmium. Platinum and uranium. Tin, zinc, aluminium. I'm American, but my state likes to pretend it has all 4 seasons in a day sometimes, but the weather depends on the mood. Yeah, it's like that here sometimes. So what is purified sand actually used for now? Prismarine, prismarine. Making it. That's it. That's probably alright. Make it tier 3. So we're going to do sugarcane, we're going to do cactus. We're going to do dead bush. Where are we? So we're done. So we don't want to do bamboo there. So sugarcane, cactus is probably fine. Why do I feel like there's more stuff in deserts? $7,421 blocks away. Dead cactus. Oh. Cactus flower. And then that's probably tall dry grass, short dry grass. Guess we can add them as well. And that's probably everything, right? It's a big desert. Uh-oh, we're at 90.8%. Find a big desert so rare, and usually deserts are so far away from me. When I get there, it's the smallest desert imaginable. This is huge, actually. Like, it's actually, it's a jungle over there, but pretty much as far as the eye can see, it's desert. To be fair, if they're adding wall stairs, they should change this to use wall stairs. I mean, this definitely should use wall stairs now. It would look a bit weird if they kept that as that and then added that new abandoned campsite as the only structure with wall stairs in it. Yeah, wall stairs are coming. Straw beds. Slabs, hay bales, yep. Slabs, hay bales, hats, sleeping bags. Well, yeah, whatever this thing's called. Campsite. Yep, grass, the new forest biome. This actually feels more like an update than a drop, to be fair. Which is nice, because I don't like the drop system. Because I feel like they just limit themselves so much. Like the last update was just the sulfur cube stuff, right? And the McDonald's block sets. Yeah, it's amazing. They've got all the seasons, but still haven't implemented seasons. But yeah, this should definitely, when it comes out, they should definitely change that to wall stairs. Did I even run the data? No. Yeah, the end does definitely need a bit of love. If I still had it, I would Streamlabs. I wanted to suggest the smallest mod from you to add to Enigmatic Skies, and it was refused. Which one? Refined storage sticks or applied storage sticks, one of them? Applied sticks didn't have refined storage. Okay, fair enough. Did they say why it was refused? Wait. Why is contained stuck? Update contained ages ago. Thanks for the suggestion. I think I'd rather pass on this. Okay, fair enough. Another way of doing the sandgrass could possibly treat them like dead trees. Dry the grass out. I think that's fine. It gives you purified sand. And we'll push that as well. The best way to deny it, fair enough. Listen, it doesn't bother me. In all honesty, a lot of the mods that I make, if they don't fit people, they don't fit for people. I have no idea what that dimensional resources mod is even going to get used for. But hey, I like making mods, so it doesn't matter. Smart crafted table routers. Yeah, but smart crafted table feels like it's such a mod that gets such a mixed response. But again, I make that because I can't remember what mod pack it was. Might have been, was it Techopolis? I can't remember which pack it was. There was a pack that was playing that was getting on those crafting. Well, is that the smart crafting table? Because I feel like that is the response of a lot of people. I don't think it was that far back. Because that would have been, if it was evolved, that would have been around when I quit my chef's job. And that mod didn't come out that early. Yeah, it was only created 10 months ago. To be fair though, the last update for it did a lot. It's in 21 packs. And the last 5 packs that have been updated have had were Opus packs. So Fractured, Submerged, Tech Free, Farm Office Contained. And then you have Clay Block. And then after that you have Skyopolis Evolved, Greg Tech, creating Gregopolis. And then Opolis Inc. Yeah, Evolved was a long time ago. Yeah, Crate's another one, like people either love it or hate it. I've always said the problem with like Crate is a great mod. The problem I have is the way I do packs. It's hard to like progress around it. I think we actually did a really good job in Submerge with it. Because we actually managed to make it completely optional and not make it overpowered. For if you choose to go down that route. But the premise of Crate is really good. It's just, as I say, it's such a divisive mod. Don't really have much else on the list of things to do, but I'm quite happy to just carry on waffling. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. From what I've seen from Submerge 2, getting lots of cobblestone with Crate looks pretty easy, and it does look like we would lag the server. True. But there's stuff like that you can't actually do anything about. Because it's, I think it's the block breaker one you're talking about, right? $65,000 cobblestone now. Yeah, so you can use that, but you don't have to use that because you have the infinite storage drives. I find it impressive and want to try it, but I know I'm stupid to a point and it's restricted me. You probably want to do a pack that's, I don't want to say an easier pack, but one that kind of guides you through it. Also, yeah, it has the Ponder stuff, doesn't it? The actual in-game guidebook, which should explain most of it. My Submerge 2 playthrough, to a point. Yeah, I say I always find it a bit tricky to add it. Yeah, Submerge was a bigger pack though. If you guys know the pack, then I love it, but it does, but I have a learning disability, so it helps me a little having someone explain it. Yeah, that's fair enough. There's plenty of YouTube tutorials on Create. As I say, it does have that inbuilt Ponder. I think it's called Ponder, which basically is like little animations, really, and it shows you like how most of the mod works. They do a good job with their guides, to be fair. Be interested to see the change to Vulcan. See if that actually does have like a massive impact. When I played Snowblock 2 for the umpteenth time, I finally got into immersive engineering or insane. I could understand it, but as soon as I looked up a video of how it connected, maybe understand it a lot more. Yeah, as I say, like the Ponder stuff in Create it is kind of like tailored videos, really. I wonder if we could see a sodium FPS of Vulcan. Well, it won't be too long because I'm pretty sure there's NeoForge versions for 26.2. I'm still not sure where we're going with it. We'll see. I'm hoping that like FTB Quests and CubeJS don't skip this version, because if they skip this version, we're in big trouble because we've made a whole mod pack. So we need to see it. And there's a lot of talk whether people are going to move to 26.2 as the main modern version instead of 26.1, which I really don't know about that either. The pain we had getting silly things like this to render. The thought of having to redo all that again. Not just one. No, technically it's free. But I would say Opus 26 and Opus Plus don't need FTB quests, really. As long as we get CubeJS. This one, if we don't get FTB quests, then it might be a BBL quests angle. Or another quested mod if there's one. But we will have to see what happens with that. Can you imagine? To be fair. If we open... What is this contained? This is fractured. We need this. I don't think there's anything in here that we couldn't do inside a data pack. Oh, actually there is. There's all the items. But then we could... It's doable, right? So we could make a... we could make a Caveopolis mod. And then add all the items manually. We could even change all that as well. Hacks are data driven. All the recipe stuff's data driven. That whole entire villager stuff is completely data driven as well, so that can all be done in data packs. As someone who doesn't mod, what does this mean for changing versions? So, how do we explain this? So I'll say at the minute the long-term supported mod version is 1.21.1. So a lot of mods still target that, but then there is a movement to start doing 26.1, which is what we're on at the minute. The idea is that kind of some of the community would try and stick to a version for some amount of time. Otherwise, with the new way they're doing drops, I mean, this year alone there'll be 3 updates. No, 4 updates. 26.1, .2, .3, and .4. Which it will lead to people like burning out and not bothering. So they try to select like a version to stay on for at least like a year. We were lucky really with 1.21.1 because it was around for so long and no one wanted to update. But yeah, it's basically just like a generic version. Otherwise you get into the realms of like some mods on 26.1, some on 26.2, some on 26.3. Which isn't helpful either. But the thing is with the Sulfur Cube stuff, I don't think there's much need for it in modded. Like if you really wanted to, I'm sure there'll be a mod that adds it. But to update to that version just seems a bit preemptive. Plus it's like half of the changes for the rendering, new rendering stuff. Yeah, that's the other thing, because you'll get a lot of mods that, unfortunately, I'd say I'm quite lucky I do this full time, right? So I can put away the time to port everything. But even if I'm thinking of myself now, I don't think I'd want to be porting the mods 4 times a year. I don't know if this has it. No, it doesn't. Also, it takes quite a long time to port big mods such as Ender.io, Thermal, and Britannia. Yeah. Which is why so our porting took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I think the way that we have done certain things now will make porting a lot faster in the future, because a lot of it's going to come down to core. I physically can work, so what did Minecraft and other games? Yeah, so I used to be a chef about 18 months ago. It's probably longer than that now. But then I quit and started doing this full time. Yeah. Everything we wanted to port is ported. Wait, is it ported? Um, 1.26.1.1. So is it ported but not released? Sure, I did it. Because I think I added new stuff. Showing JEI, show particles, portal texture. Oh no, that was all before. Might have removed some stuff maybe. Yeah, I got right because I checked CurseForge and I couldn't see it there. I mean, we can. I mean, it has the auto mod. It must be on there somewhere. Yeah, it's literally just dials 26.1.1. That's why. So we can update it to 26.1.2. You'll see it's not even happy with this. I guess we can let's just update it. To the latest versions. That becomes that. And that becomes that. That becomes that. And that becomes that. I'm just happy when I don't get bullied into bed by my soul cat. This is still running on a beta. Oh yeah, no, that's right. There we go, 26.1.2. No issue here. Oh god. Ignore that, Crash. I remember asking how to progress in one of your mod packs because I didn't read something correctly. Don't be mad at yourself for not reading. No one reads the quests. What mixing failed? Render selection region accessor. Oh yeah. This. Cannot find a level. It's because it's client level. Is that literally all it needs? Yeah, it crashed when I tried to join. Ignore the red text. It's a scam. See? Just don't ask why that's purple. I don't know. What was we actually at? God, we have loads. Diamond blocks, flint and steel. Yeah, so it does work. Maybe the colors aren't working, possibly. Let's try gold block. Doesn't even work. Destination dimension. Oh, it's flat. See, even I'm not reading my own mod. Yeah, maybe the particles working, but the color on the portals aren't working, I guess. Maybe we can push this. JEI. JEI does not work. Da-da. Though I'm pretty sure we can fix this now. Because we actually managed to get level rendering working. But I think pools at the minute is low. Maybe if I get super bored. Like the fact I don't think Cave Optus is going to use it at all. As I say, I don't want to spend a load of time doing stuff if we end up moving to another version again. Does this exist? No. No, that method was removed. I believe, actually, while we're here, Pretty sure Casting Tools has the same problem. We change this. So this is the very latest NeoForge. I think they changed it from damage. Oh, where is it? I can't find it. But I'm sure they've changed the naming. Youngest child is putting you to get out of bread. Apotheos, yeah, so you need to so if all the mods 11, the whole server's like complaining about it all the time. Because there was an update to NeoForge. I mean, we could just try. See what happens when we load it. Probably here. Oh, there you go. Get new damage. Doesn't exist. So I don't know what it's changed to. The thing is, the changelog doesn't even mention this. Unless I'm being completely blind, I can't see it. Oh, this is 26.1. No, wait, this is the right version, though. Also posted that it crashed on GitHub that leads to fix the logistics network problem. Yeah, I saw that. That is fixed as well. It's got to be get inflicted damage, right? It's got to be what it become. And then we could just try that. There might be a bunch of these where we have this. Oh no, maybe only 2. What did it actually affect? Lifesteal and lightning. Perfect. We needed to do it twice already. Yeah, this is the problem with the alpha version, right? Yeah, so it worked fine. So yeah, that's all it needs to be changed inside the mods. The trouble is, if you haven't updated your NeoForge inside your mod environment, you wouldn't know it's changed. I think downloads are broken. Oh, actually, Contains does say it's had 55 downloads. Fractured says 0. But it's actually 180. I think it's just the public-facing numbers that are wrong. That one. Push that. Dashboard. Yeah, it does say it does look like it's only the public-facing one that isn't showing the right downloads. Holy moly! So last month was our biggest ever downloads month. 2.928 million. So almost 3 million downloads in 1 month. With routers and core being the top 2. Yeah, Fractured helped. So weird that how can BBL routers have more downloads than BBL core when core is required for routers? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. And it's by a considerable amount. This is just yesterday. There's a 3,300 swing between routers and core. BBL unless the BBL routers on 1.21 not use core. Maybe it doesn't use core. Oh, it didn't. BBL routers did not use core. That'd be why then. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff like that with CurseForge. It's nice to actually look back at the graph and see more than one line, like above the average. So the top few things is, so it's routers, core, refined construction sticks, applied construction sticks, strainers, ender storage, utilities, flight blocks, and then Roomopolis. Just behind that is casting, cloche, colours, and compat. So that'll probably be all the fractured stuff. They're all within like the same thing. This is what I'm saying. A lot of our mods are only really used by us. Casting's only used in 32 mod packs. Visible lights is only in 19. The fog one's only used in 3. Right, I think we'll probably call it there then. Unless you, as I say, unless anyone's got any more questions. Okay then, right, we'll call it there. Thanks everyone for watching. There is someone playing Submerged. So yeah, I think you could be lucky. I think we're back tomorrow. Not sure on the time, but we should be back tomorrow. So yeah, have a good day everyone. And we'll see you next time. See ya!